We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Today we start the new year with an NFC matchup out west, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Joshua Carney ready to get this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Benson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress. Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance. Another run here with Benson. Now inside the 25. Touchdown, Cardinals. Trey Benson, 56 yards. And the Cardinals are on the board here first in the season opener. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. First run now for Kyren Williams. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Fighting through it. He's got space. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now 2nd and 5. They run it again with Williams. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? I mean, let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Now a run. It's the rookie from Oklahoma. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now 2nd and 3. And London motioning left. Up the middle, it's Williams. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Pass complete there to Nakua. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
And the Rams are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Puka Nakua, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30.
I've been ready since my dad used to tell me he would come into the house and give me. He ain't show. Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you. For myself, I go 0 to 1 real quick, whole squad on that.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Now a 2nd and 10. Kyler going to give this to Benson. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
It's a gain of
Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. He'll get that out to the flat to White. Touchdown, Cardinals! Zamir White taking it in. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. Now Ryland for the PAT. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now London motioning left. 2nd and 6. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. The slot man in motion right. 2nd and 11. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now this time he'll look to throw. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. From 4 yards out. And the Rams are an extra point away from capturing the lead. The extra point splits the uprights. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. To throw, it's Murray. Completes it to Austin. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Now Murray. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Second and 10. From the gun, Murray. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Shotgun now from Murray. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Murray now to throw. Open man here is Benson. Down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Trey Benson. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cardinals will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. That one deep for London. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout
14 yards.
as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
A gain of 14. First down, Rams.
Back to throw again. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete.
Again, a good friend in football always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They'll look to throw again. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. And London, the motion man right. 2nd and 3. And complete to Drake London. Down the right sideline. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Drake London, 58 yards. And the Rams come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just all, kids just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Murray now. That's complete to McBride. And he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Murray. And he finds Austin complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the Rams' 37-yard line.
Now Murray again. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
The confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Again, it's Williams. Getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 105 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And a throw right sideline is complete. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
2-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Rams had 6 to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A give up the middle with Benson. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
I'm getting paid, talking rap on the internet. If I ain't good, I ain't crab, I be generous. LA to Virginia, I just sold my latest song. Japanese denim, flying straight from Random Palm.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Boy, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here's Murray. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. This is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 39. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Murray going to throw. This one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Now Murray off play action. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Throwing again, Murray. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Murray's got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 43-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And London motioning left. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Throw left side complete. That's Davis. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. He'll look to throw. And he's caught. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. A toss to the wide side. This is Williams. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. He's into space past the 25. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. It's their quarterback doing it himself from 9 yards out. And the Rams are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Get your money down. I can run it down. I'm all about it. All my people down.
Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw is Murray. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it with Benson. But he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They're going for it. It's Murray. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, that is incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Murray from midfield. Completes it to Austin. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Murray to air it out again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Rams are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1, and to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for L.A., hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching.
everything litty, I love when it's hot. Turned to the city, I broke out the knot. Got some more millies, I keep me a knot. I created history, it made me a lot. He tried to diss me and ended on Fox. We call them Chaucer cause they gonna chop. Took her out of filers cause of pop. I run it like Nike, we got it on lock. Cardiac eye. I'm the boss man in a suit with no tie. I can't be, I gotta stay. Hold me some in the Canada dry. Riding this special like Bunny and Clyde. Don't worry, baby, I keep me some fire. She names and Birkin, she cannot decide. The ladies Mercedes, here goes the surprise. Don't sleep on me.